The truth about semen retention, 30-day results. Hello everybody, and welcome to Male Wisdom. In this video, I'm going to show you my 30-day timeline for semen retention. Now, I know that many people are curious about this topic, but don't want to take the time to read an article or watch a long video. So I'm going to break it down daily and show you exactly what worked for me. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this in the future. Semen retention calls for reducing ejaculatory frequency, if not abstaining from ejaculation entirely. An ancient practice that's returned to popularity in today's sexually objectifying era, semen retention, SR, promises various mental, physical, and even spiritual benefits. Check out Reddit and other online forums, and you'll see guys saying semen retention changed their lives, making them more confident, energetic, and attractive. Some people use it to get closer to God, while others use it to get closer to their business goals. Semen retention has tangibly changed my life too. In addition to the above benefits, it's helped me put relationships with women into the proper perspective. Hint, these relationships aren't everything, and they sure don't guarantee happiness. But can it change yours? This guide will review scientific evidence and anecdotal testimonies and take a closer look. Semen retention is pretty simple. It just means abstaining from ejaculation for some time. Think of it as NoFap on steroids. While NoFap allows self-stimulation during intercourse, semen retention doesn't. Some people dedicate themselves to semen retention indefinitely, a practice that's sometimes referred to as monk mode. Still, it's more common to practice semen retention for a limited period to focus on other things. Semen retention can fuel business success, increase athletic performance, and provide a sort of reset from pornography addiction. A growing body of research is validating more and more of semen retention's top concepts, but it's just as telling that historical icons and iconoclasts were known to practice semen retention. The shortlist includes Da Vinci, Nikola Tesla, the Dalai Lama, Muhammad Ali, Steve Jobs, Mike Tyson, and many more. As we said above, avoiding ejaculation leads to various physical, mental, and spiritual benefits. These benefits usually kick in around the 1 week and 25 to 30 days. These timeframes depend on your metabolism, hormonal health, and other factors. If practiced long enough, semen retention allows semen to build up within the epididymis and eventually become recycled by the body. It's thought that this recycling process releases nutrients like vitamin B12 and zinc back into the peripheral body. Semen retention's benefits can also be interpreted as a metaphysical phenomenon. The ancients viewed semen as life force energy, rich in everything needed to create life, and rich in life itself. By retaining semen, one allows this extra life force to flow upwards through the spine's central channel, resulting in more mental energy and vitality. One of the most noticeable benefits of semen retention is increased confidence. In addition, many practitioners attest that semen retention has worked wonders for their mental health. This increased confidence isn't an instant thing, though. It comes with time. Some guys say it takes 25, 30, or even 55 days to experience unlimited confidence. Others say they feel way more mentally strong after just 5. How does this work? The longer you abstain from ejaculating, the more sensitive your brain's dopamine receptors become. This dopamine boost can lead to increased levels of confidence, motivation, and willpower. It might even help your brain process information more efficiently. Semen retention is also known to boost energy. However, you might be surprised to hear one of the primary mechanisms behind this, vitamin B12. Of course, we all know vitamin B12 as one of the very most energizing B vitamins, but what's much less well known is that semen is rich in B12. The fact that B12 is lost with every ejaculation may partially explain why guys feel tired after jacking off. Ejaculation affects hormonal status, too. Prolactin rises and testosterone falls in the refractory period after sex or self-fun. That's a bad combo of energy. More often than not, self-control is something that has to be earned. Resisting the urge to watch adult contents and giving pleasure isn't easy, especially at first, but that's part of the magic of it. Once you've overcome the desire to release your semen, you'll probably find other disciplines become that much easier. And think of what you could do with more self-control. You could start a new business. Recommit to working out, learning a martial art, or doing inner work. Semen retention is known to boost cognition in a variety of ways. Your brain may become more sensitive to feel-good neurotransmitters like dopamine and oxytocin the longer you abstain. And the self-control boost we mentioned earlier can promote cognitive function too. It's easy to think when you're focused and motivated. Faster hair growth is one of the more exciting benefits of semen retention. Science hasn't fully elucidated this benefit, but it's been noted by far too many people to ignore. Some people regain a more youthful hairline, as described by a semen retention practitioner in Peter Kelder's 1939 book, The Eye of Revelation. Only 2 years ago, I was as bald as the baldest man. When vitality started returning, one of the lamas told me to massage my scalp well with a piece of butter twice a week. The butter up there was fresh, with no salt in it. So I took his advice and massaged my scalp with butter until it soon loosened up. I did this about 1 hour after a meal. The food elements in the blood were brought to the scalp by the circulation of the blood. It so thoroughly massaged the scalp that it dilated the blood vessels. The hair roots picked up the necessary nutrition, and the hair grew as you can see. And the butter may not even be necessary. That's because semen contains small amounts of a hair-friendly nutrient called keratin. Keratin is the very building block of your hair and nails. Another super exciting benefit of semen retention: a deeper, louder, more masculine voice. This is yet another benefit that hasn't been explained by science. It's explained in The Eye of Revelation, though the vortex at the base of the neck has power over the vocal cords. This vortex and the one below in the sex center are directly connected. Of course, all the vortexes have a common connection, but these two are geared together, as it were. What affects one affects the other, so that his manly vitality is low when a man's voice is high. Traditional Chinese medicine says that semen retention leads to a buildup of jing, or kidney essence, affecting the depth of your voice. First, 5 days. The first 5 days don't bring many challenges or provoke any wildly new states of being because you're still in quite a comfortable space of consciousness. After self-stimulation, the body releases a cocktail of chemicals, one being serotonin. This chemical regulates anxiety and happiness, but like taking a drug in the days following the high, your body returns to its chemical balance and homeostasis. The long and short is that day 1 to 5 is not much of a challenge, while days 10 to 15 are the real journey begins because, for the average Joe, this is probably the longest he has voluntarily gone with self-stimulation for his whole adult life. Prepare to witness yourself in some of the most all-encompassing and erratic states of being for those who have vigorous masturbation habits. This period is challenging, and you will face many duels with a dark, horny overlord. Around day 8, all sexual turbulence came to a head, and quite rapidly, any desire to ejaculate stopped altogether. My thought patterns started to shift, and I thought less and less about anything sexual. I was more engaged in conversations than I could focus on for more prolonged periods. Although this higher mental state of being was excellent, the most significant but confronting gift was the realization of how many unsolicited sexual thoughts I had throughout my days. If you give semen retention a trial and get to a crossroads where you are overwhelmed by emotions, you can try these 2 valuable tools. You will have so much pent-up energy and need to exert it somewhere. Go for a run, do squats, or practice backflips. 2. Meditate. This extra energy does not only need to be exerted physically, but controlled mentally, when your brain is flustered at shooting laser beams everywhere, and by meditating, you are turning all these scattered beams into one super-focused laser. This is the redirection from being controlled to having control over days 15 to 30. Now you come into full sovereignty of self. I no longer needed energy or stimulation from anyone or anything to feel complete. I could sit in a park and be content with the moment without wanting to listen to music or go on my phone. I engaged in all my relationships wholly changed as I became more present. On the more objective side, I was made aware of the relationships that I valued on a human-to-human level and those that were purely sexual or lust-based. This realization came to me most unexpectedly with the purchase of my morning coffee. In short, there were 2 coffee stores near my house. One made superior coffee and one didn't, but the one with subpar coffee had friendlier staff and a cute girl that often served me, so naturally, I went there more. As I got to the tail end of my 30 days, I wanted superior coffee over social interaction with the cute girl. When I realized the shift in my coffee allegiance, it put me into a deep audit of my soul. It wasn't that I was creating sexual fantasies about my coffee crush before my retention. Still, I did receive some lustful stimulation from our interactions, being knee-deep in retention, though I realized I didn't need it anymore. This helped me understand the unconscious thoughts and habits my sexual energy had been ruling under my nose after ending my semen retention journey. My return to partnered intercourse was vastly different. I was much more present at the moment, seeing pleasure as the goal rather than self-stimulation. T-waist sexuality practices suggest that each man has their optimal frequency of self-stimulation. It's up to you to find the tip of the mountain, ultimately attaining a healthy sexual balance. I highly suggest that if you are a beginner, go on a journey of 1 month of semen retention. Not only for the physical and mental benefits, but to understand the movement of your sexual energy. In this video, I'm going to talk about an often overlooked topic, semen retention. Many people don't know that retaining semen can gain fantastic benefits like increased strength, energy, and even superpowers. So if you're interested in learning more about this topic, stick around because I have a lot to share with you. Be sure to check this video out to find out more about the fantastic benefits of semen retention.